Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll get started shortly. We'll just wait another minute or two for others to log in. Okay, let's get started. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for the Release 105 webinar. My name is Jill Davis, and I am a marketing manager for itslearning. I would like to cover a few housekeeping items. First, please feel free to submit questions in the question panel throughout the presentation, and we will be sure to get to as many as possible before the end of the webinar. Also, please note that we will follow today's webinar with an email message and further details about Release 105. I would like to introduce you to our presenter. Rachel Riggio is a project manager and implementation consultant with itslearning and brings a wealth of product knowledge and experience to today's presentation. Rachel, I will now hand things over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Release 105 webinar. We have lots of interesting improvements and changes to the platform in this release. This will be a very high-level overview of what is coming. Of course, the release notes will go more in-depth, and you are always welcome to reach out to your project manager to ask further questions or get a deeper knowledge of anything that you're seeing here today. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and jump into the presentation. So the first piece I want to just kind of go over is an update of the mobile app has been released. In this release, most particular to discuss is some of the work around bulletins. Being able to add bulletins on the go from the app, uploading images, adding various course resources, as well as being able to edit the content of the bulletin with respect to enabling, disabling comments, deleting bulletins, and turning off notifications. One more point about the mobile app that really isn't this release related, but I think important, is that you will be seeing more releases for the mobile app and closer together. In the past, we've waited several months before something in the app was updated and released, but you're going to see these come much closer together now, so that's exciting as we continue to improve that mobile app. The next piece in the release is some updates to our Office Online, and these are the free Office Online pieces that are in the Add menu under Resources that you can embed into your courses. So with regard to Word Online, a couple of improvements, being able to insert emojis. We know how folks like to do that. And being able to take a look at accessibility features as well as word count and items like that. With PowerPoint Online, we have added some more transitions and the ability to start from the current slide. I think the most work has been done around Excel Online. You'll see some work done around conditional formatting, sorting and filtering, some improved pivot tables, additional charts, and the ability to freeze panes. So lots of work has been done to improve these Office Online pieces that you can embed into your courses without having to log into online or anything like that. The teacher in me is super excited about this next piece, the 360 reports for student consumption. You know, in the day and age where we want students to own their learning and to show us some student agency, I think this is a really nice improvement to the platform. So basically what happens here is that your students can see the same 360 reports as their teacher Obviously, it's their own data, and they won't see anything regarding course overviews or anything like that, just their particular data. And what will happen here, this can be controlled at the admin level. It can also be controlled at the course level. So the default will be off. Teachers can come into course properties and features and turn on the student reports, as you're seeing here in this screenshot. They can turn all three, the activity, progress, and grade report, or they can turn on one or two, depending on what they want their students to see. As I mentioned earlier, this can be set at the admin level, where we turn these on for everybody. Again, the default is off, so there will have to be someone turning these on. And teachers can override those settings that are set by the admin. So, if admin turns them on, teachers don't have to use them right away if they don't want to. So just a quick recap on the rollout of the 360 reports. If a district has chosen to turn off the 360 reports for teachers, not using them yet, then of course the availability for students will not be there. There will be no ability to activate those. By the same token, if you have those teacher reports on, the student reports will be available and teachers can use those as they see fit. Another exciting piece, I think, for many of our customers, our US customers, is a little bit of improvement to the site branding that we have rolled out, and now the ability to customize the top menu logo. So what that means is system administrators will be able to go in and change that site logo in the upper left-hand corner from the It's Learning logo to their own district logo. And I know this will make a lot of folks very happy as they continue to brand It's Learning as their hub in their district. One caveat about this, the default is off for this. This is not rolling out to everybody. So if you feel this is something that you would like to see in your district, it's an opt-in. So make sure to contact your project manager to get this turned on for you. We would be happy to do that. So just remember, this is not turned on for everyone. It's an opt-in. So talk to your project manager about turning this on for you. Something else that's kind of exciting as far as teacher efficiency goes is the ability to post the same bulletin in multiple courses. So this will save time for teachers who have the same bulletins that they want to shoot out to all courses, and of course reach more students and with less clicks. So just to give you kind of a visual of this, you're used to seeing the bulletins and being able to add the bulletins and enable, disable comments and schedule it. You'll now see in your drop-down menu, add in multiple courses. So when you choose that, you'll get a search box where you can search for the courses that you want to put it in and simply save it, and it's going to push out to all of those courses. Couple of things about the bulletin: they're going to behave as individual bulletins within your course, your respective course. So the comments will stay within the context of that course. And you can also see as the teacher where you have put this bulletin, what courses it's featured in. The next piece, and I know lots of folks will be happy with this. We've got lots of feedback lately on the messaging system and some needed improvements to the messaging system. So before I get into what's coming in Release 105, the messaging team is working hard to talk to customers and get some feedback around what can be improved in the messaging system and how we can continue to make this very efficient for teachers and students. So within Release 105, teachers will now be able to close any group conversation, not just the ones that they've sent to the entire class as a group conversation. Obviously, this is quite useful if the conversation just is no longer needed, or if we have something inappropriate going on, not that that would ever happen, or any bad behavior, they can close these group conversations. They can also delete now a message in a group conversation. So again, this would be useful if we have something inappropriate going on or just the message is no longer needed. And we can also undelete deleted messages now. So these are just a couple things that have been improved in the messaging system, and I think you will see further improvements as the next few releases come, as this team continues to work on this. The next piece in this release is being able to start a group conversation from an assignment. So if you visit your group assignment, you will see up in the corner here to open a group conversation. So the next slide shows that group conversation open, so anyone who's working on this assignment can have a chat about how the collaboration's going or things that need to happen. So nice again for that student ownership and collaboration piece. One change, or I should say update to the test mode browser for those of you who do have test mode browser active in your site. After release 105, you will be able to download the latest test mode browser right from within the test tool. And there's more information about that in the release notes. And if there's any questions that come from this piece of the release, again, don't hesitate to reach out to your project manager. We can have a deeper dive on that. There has been an update to the registration tool. For those of you who use that piece, the teachers can now edit choices on behalf of the student. You will see your 4 options there to register, edit, remove, or view. And this will be nice for teachers who wanted the students to do their initial registration but don't want students coming back and forth and kind of clogging up the system, so the teachers will be able to do that on behalf of the students now. Another piece that is coming with this release is our 2-factor authentication for administrators. We had it for sysadmins, but now we've added administrators. And again, this, for those folks who want to take a deeper dive into it, will be more information in the release notes, as well as we can have conversations about it on our calls. And then the best for last, we now have our, for those of you who don't know about our It's Learning Global YouTube channel, we now have a playlist that is featuring several video tutorials, and they're nice short little snippets, minute and a half, 2 minutes, of everyday tasks that teachers want to perform in It's Learning, and just these short how-tos for teachers to learn how to do those things. There are several there now. We are continuing to add to this, so you will see this playlist continue to grow and grow, and the link again will be in your release notes for you, so please visit that site and check out those new tutorials. So that is kind of the big overview, the highlights of what's coming in release 105. It is set to roll tomorrow, and as typical, it finishes rippling out to all the sites, typically Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays. So I don't know, Jill, I can turn it back over to you to see. I haven't checked our questions, see if there's any.
Yeah, so we've had a couple of comments, but actually no questions as of right now. But if anyone in the audience has a question for Rachel, please feel free to submit it in the question pane, and we can tackle it now. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions come in. So Rachel, I just want to thank you for your presentation today, and also thank everyone in the audience for participating. A reminder too that we will follow up via email with a recording of today's webinar and also further details about release 105. Have a great afternoon.